Well, a big thank you to our Micromax competitors for giving us something to enjoy as we really start things going up another gear, so to speak, here at Karting Genk, the home of champions. So next up, in around about a minute's time, the green flag will be waved on the start-finish line, and also the pre-grid to get our first ever appearance of Minimax in the Rotax Max Euro Trophy. Because it was due to a lot of people wanting the class to join us, and we happily obliged. So some very, very accomplished competitors in this particular category who have been plying their trade in other championships. And these drivers will have 3 heats, as will Micro, Junior Rotax, DD2 and DD2 Masters, with us having 6 qualifying heats today for Senior Rotax. The biggest contingent, as is always found on the Rotax Max Euro Trophy. So the green flag waves at the end of the pre-grid, and the drivers make their way out onto the circuit. Here is your grid for race 2 of the meeting, heat 1 for Minimax. On pole position will be Rino Fernand Franco from the Netherlands for GKS Lemons Power in the 106, followed by Belgium's Matej Radenkovic in the 196, running in the Bouvin Power stable. Then it is an all GKS Lemons Power row number 2, with Germany's Tam Saleh in the 150 and Thiemen Huben from the Netherlands in the 105. PG Motorsports Karel Stout now makes the jump to Minimax in the 143 and will start on the inside of row number 3, along with Vidmar Aljaz from Sportstill AKK in the 126. It's an all-Belgian row number 4 with Vic Stevens from Dams Racing in the 169 and Borlouet in the 107. Rounding out the 10 strong will be Belgium's Jasper Leenerts in the 177 and France's Mathis Souvadou in the 197. They now go on to their formation lap, ahead of 7 minutes plus an additional lap of racing action, as we fast approach our 200th race in Euro Trophy history. All results called over the weekend will be on the live stream, and here at the circuit will be provisional pending sporting and technical checks post each race session, as they're now being asked to slow down a little bit, going through into turn number 7. So it'll be down to Franco and Radenkovic to control the pace. And that is very, very orderly going through into turn number 9. We thought Micromax would keep us waiting. Minimax is on a completely different level altogether. As it looks like Leenerts is trying to get some heat into the tyres. The temperature at the moment, 28 degrees Celsius, and we've not even hit 11 o'clock local time. So your top 10 is as follows: Franco, Radenkovic, Saleh, Huben, Stout, Aljaz, Stevens, Loet, Leenerts and Souvadou. 7 minutes on the timer. The red lights are on the starting gantry, ready to go out once the race director gives us the green light to get back out and underway. They now come through the apex of turn number 12. Franco on pole, Radenkovic alongside on the front row. Our Minimax drivers are in the tram lines. The revs rise, the Rotax roar goes into life, and the lights are out. We are off and away. Franco taking a tight defensive line, but at the inside, I think that's Tam Saleh trying to force Radenkovic wide, going into turn 3 for the first time, but Radenkovic goes back up the inside through turn 3. The drivers are allowed to use the runoff area on the first lap through turn 2. Otherwise, if they do go off onto the runoff area, it will be an automatic 5-second time penalty. The entire field literally line astern down into turn number 7 as Leenaerts trying to go for 8th place, slots back into 9th. As Franco has got the jump on everybody else. Radenkovic in 2nd position. Looks like Tamsala still rounding out the top 3 at the moment. They come through turn 10 into the left at 11. And now Radenkovic and also Tamsala trying to keep the head down, coming out of turn 11. Saleh will get a really good run on the 196 coming through the final corner onto the start-finish straight to complete lap number 1. And at the moment is Franco leading. Radenkovic behind by just over 5.5 tenths of a second as Tamsala tries to go up the inside through into turn 2. The German can't get past quite yet. Then it's Karel Stout who's all the way up from 5th place now up into P4. But we've had a couple of time penalties being given. And that is for, one of which is the 105 of Thiemen Huben. And what's more, the driver in 2nd position, Matej Radenkovic, leaving the corridor through with 2 wheels, and that's an automatic 3-second time penalty. If it was all 4, it would be a 5-second time penalty in addition to their race time. So Radenkovic now needs to start getting the work rates in, because that puts Radenkovic at a clear disadvantage. And with the 3-second time penalty, both Radenkovic and Huben would end up at the bottom of the order as there's a move up the inside. Oh, that was very, very close indeed as Aljaz tries to go up the inside of Thiemen Huben. Aljaz to the inside, heading down towards the first couple of corners. Look to go side by side with the driver from the Netherlands heading into turns 1 and 2, but can't get past. 4 minutes and 43 seconds still to go in this race. So we will see if Radenkovic can start to break the toe that Tamsala has at the minute, but it's not quite happening yet. 4.5 minutes to go, plus an additional lap still remaining on the clock. Franco last time out after the completion of lap number 2 had nearly a 6/10 of a second advantage. As a little bit further down the order, Jasper Leenaerts has got past Vic Stevens for P8. So the 177 representing Belgium, trying to make some moves up the order. And just up ahead he has Boluet in the 107. So Leenaerts has a little bit of work to do to try, as the drivers on the gantry are being informed that they are getting penalties. So that will be Thiemen Huben as well as Matej Radenkovic. So they will have a 3-second time penalty added to their race time distance after the end of this race. And that is in a literal sense. The minute we get those notifications, they come up on the timing screen. But the fastest lap of the race at the moment is being held by Matej Radenkovic, and it is by literally nothing. A 59.878 for Radenkovic. Franco last time around did a 59.9 dead. So that basically means that it's a 22 thousandths of a second advantage in terms of taking the fastest lap of this race. But Franco still trying to pull away from Radenkovic, who is still coming under fire from Tamsala. Karel Stout from PG Motorsport rounds out the top 4 as they come across the line to complete lap number 4. 3 minutes on the clock remaining, as you can now see that there looks to be a move up the inside going into turns 1 and 2, but it doesn't quite pan out, and that is for Vidmar Aljaz in 6th position, trying to get past Thiemen Huben, who has also got a 3-second time penalty as a result of going out of the tram lines with 2 wheels on the start phase. The entire field now making its way down into turn 7, with Franco negotiating it first, followed by Radenkovic. Saleh as up the inside. Oh, that's a great move if that has happened. And that is a little bit further behind Thiemen Huben. So Aljaz and Boluet battling away for position. Boluet looks to be ahead for the minute as they go through into turn number 10. Leader comes out of turn number 11 and heads down to turn 12. And the fastest lap of the race on lap 4 was Fernand Franco from the Netherlands. Across the line. Now on to lap number 6. And again, another fastest lap in rapid succession from Franco. He goes sub 59.6 seconds there by 22 thousandths. Radenkovic is about a tenth of a second adrift down in P2, which effectively, just looking at the timing screens at the moment, will put the Belgian down into what would effectively be 8th position as a result of the 3 second time penalty. But it depends on how much work Franco puts it, Radenkovic, my apologies there, puts in over the next 90 seconds plus an additional lap. So Franco comes through into turn number 10, into the left at 11. As Aljaz still closing on Boulouet for P6. So those two having a great battle, but Aljaz coming out of the corner early out of T12 and now goes side by side for position up towards turns 1 and 2. Thinks better of it, but in the meantime Jasper Leenerts has been closing on them too. So Jasper Leenerts senses a possibility as Aljaz sends it up the inside through turn 3. Leenerts towards the outside of Louet going through the exit of turn number 4, and he's right in the toe going into turn 6. Louet tries to go up the inside and falters, and Leenerts counters and goes towards the inside run, heading into turn 7. The Belgian tries to make move through, he makes it stick, and Louet nearly gets compromised as a result of the move. And now the two at the back end of the field, that's Vic Stevens and Mathis Soubadou battling away over the over 9th place, and there's a little bit of a touch between the two at the back part of the field. Meanwhile, Franco still leading from Radenkovic. And whilst everyone has been battling away, Radenkovic has made some pretty good work. It won't be a second position, but the last lap board is now out as Rino Fernand Franco from the Netherlands leads into turns 1 and 2 on the final lap of the race. Some great battling all the way up and down the order as Aljaz now battling away as for, well, what was for 6th position. Still in there at the moment. Leenerts now coming under fire in the dying stages of the race from Boulouet in P8 for P7 and P8 respectively. So through into the right-hander at turn 8 comes Rino Fernand Franco from the Netherlands, having led from lights out. A pretty sterling performance from the young Dutch driver from GKS Lemons Power. So this time around they will get the checkered flag, which is now being prepared. Rino Fernand Franco wins the inaugural Minimax race here in the Rotax Max Euro Trophy convincingly from lights out to checkered flag. Matej Radenkovic finishes 1.111 seconds behind, and on the basis of having a 3-second time penalty will drop to P4 after this race. Also, Thiemen Huben will then drop a little bit further down the order and will drop to the back of the field as a result of that 3-second time penalty. So Rino Fernand Franco will take the win in Minimax. Tam Salah effectively gets promoted to P3, P2. Karel Stout will take 3rd in the race. Matej Radenkovic will take 4th. Wilmar Aljaz will take 5th place ahead of Jasper Leenerts, Boulouet, Vic Stevens, Mathis Soubadou from France, and Thiemen Huben will take 10th position as a result of also leaving the tram lines with 2 wheels. So there is your first Minimax winner in Rotax Max Euro Trophy history, Rino Fernand Franco from